Cyberdragon is a machine fusion deck that likes to OTK and got some recent support in the Cyberstrike structure deck. Up first is 3 Cyberdragon Core. This card name becomes Cyberdragon while in the field or graveyard. A lot of the monsters have that effect, and if it's normal summoned, you can add 1 Cyber Spell or Trap from your deck to your hand. And then also, if only your opponent controls a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Cyberdragon monster from your deck. So this is like your main monster to get all the spells you might need, and you can recover a little bit with it. 3 Cyberdragon Herz. This card name also becomes Cyberdragon, and then if it's special summoned, you can make this card's level become 5 until the end of this turn. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one other Cyberdragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So this can add the original Cyberdragon from your deck or add one of the other monsters from your graveyard. 3 Cyberdragon Nachster also becomes Cyberdragon, and you can discard one other monster, special summon this card from your hand, and if this is normal or special summoned, you can target one machine monster with 2100 attack or defense in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters rest turn except machine monsters, but it's pretty nice to be able to get another monster on the field, and then one from the graveyard as well. 3 Cyberdragon. Well, only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's the original that you probably don't have to play as many of, but it's really nice to have them. 3 Cyberdragon Vier. This card name also becomes Cyberdragon, and if you normal or special summon Cyberdragon, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. And also, each Cyberdragon you control gains 500 attack and defense, so it's a nice little boost. And it gets another monster on board, so you can link summon easier. 1 Jizukiro, the Star Destroying Kaiju. Contribute away 1 problematic monster, and it is searchable in this deck. 1 Cyberdark Chimera. You can discard 1 spell or trap, add 1 power bond from your deck to your hand. And then, when you fusion summon this turn, you can also banish monsters from your graveyard as material. So this is really nice for power bond to double your monster's attack, and then attack for a lot of damage. And 3 Cyberdark Claw. This card, the main effect for this is you can discard this card, add 1 Cyberdark spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So this helps you to search for your other one, and also thin your deck a little bit. And for spells, we have 3 Cyber Emergency. Add 1 light machine monster that cannot be normal summoned or set, or 1 Cyberdragon monster. So a lot of times you add Cyberdragon Core from your deck to your hand. If this is negated by your opponent by a card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can discard 1 card, add this card to your hand. So this is just like the main starter. 3 Cybernetic Horizon. This card is always treated as a Cyberdark card, and you can send 2 dragon and or machine cyber monsters with different attributes to the graveyard, 1 each from your hand and deck. Add 1 dragon machine cyber monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, send 1 machine cyber fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. The main thing is this can help you get to Cyberdragon Core as well. 1 Cyberdark Realm. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Cyberdark monster from your deck to your hand with a different name from the cards in your graveyard. So this can help you get to your Power Bond Searcher. And then also during your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 Cyberdark monster. So this helps you to get 2 monsters on the field, which is really nice. 1 Overload Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Dark Machine fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your field and graveyard. It is just nice to be able to use your graveyard for the fusion summon. 1 Cyberload Fusion. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling the fusion monsters listed on it into the deck, including a Cyberdragon monster that it lists as material from among monsters on your field and or your face-up banished cards. So that goes really well with the previous card. But monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn except that fusion summon monster. You just have to keep that part in mind. 2 Power Bond. Fusion summon 1 machine fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material, and it gains attack equal to its original attack. So this can get really big really quickly, but during the end phase of the turn, this card is activated, you take damage equal to the amount of attack gained from this effect at the time of summon. But usually you'll try to kill them or it won't kill you, so it won't matter. 3 Machine Duplication. Target 1 machine monster you control with 500 or less attack. Special summon up to 2 monsters from your deck with the same name as that face-up monster. This helps you to get out 2 Cyberdragons from your deck, so then you can exceed summon or link summon with them. 2 Hatronade. Return all set spells and traps on the field to the hand. This just gets rid of any interruption that might stop your OTK. 1 Cyber Repair Plant. If Cyberdragon is in your graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. Add 1 Light Machine monster from your deck to your hand, or target 1 Light Machine monster in your graveyard, shuffle that target into your deck. So most of the time, you want to add a Cyberdragon monster. 1 Foolish Burial. You can set up your graveyard with Core or just other Cyberdragons for fusion summons. 1 Monster Reborn. Likes to have more monsters onto the field. 1 Cybernetic Overflow. This is a searchable with Core, and it's an interruption that you can banish Cyberdragons with different levels from your hand, face up field and or graveyard, then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. So it doesn't target, which is nice. And then also, if this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, add 1 Cyber Spell or Trap from your deck to your hand, which may happen. You can set up for your next turn. And for the extra deck, 2 Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. It's 2 plus Cyberdragon monsters. Fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion materials. And then when this card is fusion summoned, you can target spell or traps on the field up to the number of fusion materials used for its fusion summon, destroy them. So this helps you to clear the back row. And then once per turn, you can send up to 2 Light Machine monsters from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, for each monster sent to the graveyard, this card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase this turn. So this helps you to attack up to 3 times for a lot of damage. 1 Cyber End Dragon. Fusion summon of this card can only be done with above fusion materials, which is 3 Cyber Dragons. And then if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. So you might make this occasionally. 2 Cyber Twin Dragon. Can only be done with 2 Cyber Dragons. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. So if you want a little more attack, because it has 2800 instead of the usual 2100. 2 Chimeratech Overdragon. Requires a Cyber Dragon plus 1 plus machine monsters. Must be fusion summoned. And if this card is fusion summoned, send all other cards you control to the graveyard. The original attack and defense of this card becomes equal to the number of fusion materials used for its fusion summon times 800. And then this card can attack your opponent's monsters a number of times each battle phase up to the number of fusion materials used for its fusion summon. So this one can potentially get the biggest, so that's pretty cool, and then attack every monster your opponent controls. 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. Requires 2 level 5 machine monsters. And then once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, special summon that target. And then also, a quick effect, you can banish 1 Cyber Dragon from your hand or face up from your monster zone. This card gains 2100 attack until the end of this turn, so it can get over certain monsters that might be problematic. And then if this card in your possession is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one machine fusion monster from your extra deck. So that part is also pretty cool. But most of the time, you just go into Cyberdragon Infinity. Once per turn, you can also exceed summon Cyberdragon Infinity by using Cyberdragon Nova you control as material. Gain 200 attack for each material attached to it. And once per turn, you can target 1 face-up attack position monster on the field attached to this card as material. And then once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can detach 1 material from this card and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So this is a really good negation effect. 1 Cyberdragon Seeger. This is your link monster you'll usually go into. Requires 2 machine monsters, including Cyberdragon. This card names become Cyberdragon while on the field or in the graveyard. And then during the battle phase, if this card is not declared an attack, quick effect, you can target 1 machine monster you control with 2100 or more attack for the rest of this turn. That monster gains 2100 attack and defense. Also, neither player takes any battle damage from attack involving this monster, but you boost another one, which is pretty good since it will attack multiple times a lot of the time. 1 Salamangreat Almirage. Requires 1 normal summon set monster with 1000 or less attack. Sometimes you want a Cyber Dragon monster into the graveyard, so you do it with this one. And 1 Predaplant, Verte, and Anaconda. It requires 2 effect monsters. And then you can pay 2000 life points, send 1 fusion or polymerization, normal or quick play spell from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that spell's effect when that card is activated. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. but this helps you to get your fusion cards without having to draw them. But you definitely don't have to play this. You might just want to mess around with the fusion cards ratios. And that's the deck at only $29.50. It's a cool machine deck that can OTK out of nowhere. Thanks for watching.